Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing amazing today. It's been a crazy week. My parents actually came over from Ontario and started helping us with a whole bunch of projects. So we got a bunch of stuff done this week. And one of the things we were working on actually is harvesting blueberries. We've got so many patches of wild blueberries on our property. It's phenomenal. So this one here that I'm working on is just beside our other garden bed with potatoes and squash, green onions, leeks, tomatoes. So already I think this week we harvested probably about 20 cups of blueberries. So it's a beautiful morning. It's nice and cool. We're gonna try and get this bowl filled up with some more blueberries. And we'll have a bunch ready to go for some wine, some pies, some desserts. It'll be so yummy. But I want to take you around and show you some of the stuff we got done too, and maybe give you a little update on where our gardens are at as well. So behind me you can see one of our gardens, and we've got 4 different varieties of potatoes planted here. We've got some regular onions, leeks just behind the onions, squash going down the side, tomatoes up front here that are kind of taken slow. I had them in the peat pellets too long and didn't get them planted in time, so hopefully they'll produce something for us. Some bush beans right here, and I think this is broccoli up front. We got it from Mallory at Quebec Homestead, so we're not sure exactly. She couldn't remember if it was broccoli or cauliflower, so we'll see what happens there. So right in front of our fire pit we have our one bench. We've got some grass in the front. You can see the 2 planters on either side. On that side over there we've got the chives that I usually harvest from every morning for my omelet. This side nasturtiums, and we had planted salad in the middle, but it's not doing so well. So nasturtiums are about to bloom, so we'll be able to start harvesting some of that for our salads. We got sage planted here, got an apple tree over here. We just had a bunch of the salad burnet growing in the greenhouse, so we've planted it along the side here. We've got some more around the property, so hopefully it does well here. With the salad burnet, it kind of tastes like cucumber. You can use it like parsley, but the roots on it can be used as a hemostatic agent as well. So in this little section here, we have some more apple trees, daylilies, blackcurrant bushes. We've got some brand new rhubarb that we started in the greenhouse, so it's planted in here. Some meadow sage and some daisies as well. So this will be quite a bit of rhubarb. There's some thyme here as well. So nice little spot here. So we've got 5 blackcurrants down the side of this garden here. And as you can see, we've actually been mulching it by using the weeds that we take from our raised bed garden. Whenever we pull out some of the strawberry plants that aren't doing so well, like the wild ones, we just mulch along, and hopefully that'll help add more organic matter to the soil. We're on sand here, so we want to make it a lot more rich. So in our raised bed garden, we've got the green beans, the pole beans. They're doing amazing. We already took a harvest of them this week. I forget how many pounds we got of that, but it's doing really well. So we'll probably be able to do another harvest in a couple days for some more of those. Over here we've got some more pole beans that are supposed to go up around the arch. Some bush beans up front. We've got our carrots coming up here. Not too bad, but not great. Over here we've got some beets that are just doing horrible. So we're not sure what happened there. Over on the far side we've got some kohlrabi. We've got more leeks planted here and over here. Over on this side of the arch we've got some fennel coming up. It's doing pretty good. Our radishes as well. Turnips right here aren't doing too bad, but they're not doing as good as last year. I think we just need to get more fertilizer in here, more organic matter, some compost. Our green onions are doing amazing. We'll have a great selection of those. In the middle bed here we have a whole variety of different salads. Looks like we'll have to start trimming this one. I think that one's arugula there that's starting to flower. Over here we've got some squash, some more salad burnet, as well as anise hyssop. So those will probably get transferred somewhere else once they grow up a bit. Some asparagus in the tire, rhubarb in the tire, and some more leeks over here as well in this bed. Under our tiny little pergola here, we've got basically our grapes. They've had a rough time. They keep getting hit with frost every spring. So they start going and then they get set back and then they start going again. So hopefully within a few years they'll start climbing up a little higher. We got some cucumber in the tire here that's not doing much at all. And some more pole beans over here, which I don't think they get that much sun, so they're growing a little slow. Down this little section of the swale and kind of our little food forest here, beside the A-frame, we've got some pear trees, apple trees. We've got the butternut squash, some snow peas, some nitrogen fixers, sage, lavender as well, rhubarb, salad burnet, more apple trees, thyme, some rosemary's in here as well. We've got lupins planted, some more rhubarb, some more meadow sage, a crab apple, and then down the other side we have the apple tree, nitrogen fixer, and then camarese, which is also I think called haskop. And then moving over, we've got our wild berries, blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries, which we've started harvesting as well. And I'll have to grab some more of those off the vine today. In our one medicinal herb circle here, we've got tons of stuff coming up. The bee balm Menard is also flowering quite a lot. So the bees and the those long-beaked hummingbirds, they love it too. So they're over here non-stop. We've got some other wildflowers and daylilies in the back, as well as rhubarb going over there. Over by the side of the deck as well, we've got some more herbs, some lemon balm, anise hyssop, some sage, and some other stuff, roses. It's really coming along quite nice over there. Out front, or I guess out the side, kind of our corner garden here, is mostly the flowers. We've got this bed set up basically for hummingbirds and bees and butterflies. So we've got more flowers in here than we haven't really put in like the herbs and that kind of stuff in this one at all. The greenhouse is working amazing for us. We've got a lot of stuff going in here. This is the first time we've actually ever grown peppers. We've tried before and they just haven't worked. But the pepper plants actually have peppers on them now, which is really cool to see. That's never happened for us before, so it's really neat that way. But all our herbs and our salads are coming along great. Fennel. The tomatoes are growing crazy, so hopefully they start producing some tomatoes over there. These guys here already have some tomatoes on them. They're doing well. Our melons and our squash are doing great. They're going everywhere. And they're starting to produce some little melons as well. So hopefully they grow up really big. The loofah is growing out of the greenhouse. It's coming out the top. But it hasn't produced any flowers or any bulbs, seeds, loofah at all yet. So, and then the ground cherry is doing awesome as well. In the back we've got our broccoli, squash, peas going up the back wall, and then cauliflower over on the far side. So the front garden here is a mess, but it's still growing tons of stuff. We got wildflowers over there. The kiwi vine, so we can actually grow kiwi here. Nasturtiums coming up, parsley, chives, anise hyssop, meadow sage, regular sage. We got Menard in the back, hyssop, lupins. Looks like another lupin's about to start blooming there, or is blooming. Nice. Hostas, crab apples, the tulips, the daylilies, the lis. It's this one's a mix of bulbs, shrubs, flowers, herbs, basically a mix of everything up front here. On the other side of the house we have our shade garden, which is doing really well. Lots of hostas in here, some ferns over on the side. Can't tell you what the other stuff is. You'll have to look at that and figure it out for yourself. On the other side of the shade garden we've got crabapple tree, more wildflowers in here. It's also at the side where we've put the sunflowers, so that's going to create that back wall to basically cover the back of the carport. In here we've got bulbs, daylilies, the apple tree, a pear tree, another apple, plum, nitrogen fixers, rose, lilacs, daisies, choke cherries, some more pear, apple, hostas, a bit of everything in this garden too. And that's the one between the house and the cows. So along the back of the house we've got basically our pool, our hot tub, the deck, but going around the pool is a whole bunch of lilies as well. Some different colored ones, and in between those is the lavender. So it's a really nice area as well. And then over here we've got the basket willows. They're in the shade, so we're thinking we're gonna move them into probably a more sunny location and try and get them some more moisture as well, because they're not doing as well as we thought they would. So guys, I was gonna actually take you around and show you some of the projects too that we got done this week, including the cow shoot with my parents. But I think we did quite a big garden tour, so maybe I'll leave it at that, and I'll get another video done shortly of the cattle shoot, how the cows reacted to that, and some of the other stuff that we got done as well. So thanks again guys for checking us out. We'll talk to you soon. Love ya. So part of the problem with collecting blueberries like this is when we bring the dog, he starts eating them too. So he'll either grab all the good ones or slobber all over the other ones.